Alright, so today, sorry, I'm going to give a little update on Kansas hunting, whitetail hunting anyways. I've been hunting here. I just moved here in July from Idaho, and so I've been hunting here in Kansas since about the middle of September, when my 60 days was available to buy my in-state license. I've hunted September, October, and now it's the end of November. It's the week before Thanksgiving. I'm just going to give you some advice. If you're coming in September, don't. Unless you have somebody that has some land or a trough or something that you can sit on, I wouldn't come at all in September. Now I'm in southwest Kansas, and the deer they just live in the corn and the milo, and there's no way to get them out. You can't compete against it. I've gone to a couple walk-in areas that I thought would be really good, and I didn't see a single deer. So in October, I just kind of hunted 2 or 3 times doing that. Had about the same luck every time. Went out in October after they'd kind of finished cutting most of their corn and started the milo. A lot of it was gone. I started seeing quite a few more deer, but I still wasn't seeing any bucks. I think they were camped out in the corn and milo, and so I hunted them once or twice. Once kind of the beginning, and for 1 week kind of the beginning, and then 1 week in the middle. Same success, not really too much. So I gave up until about the first week of November. And by doing that, sorry, lost my trail. And by doing that, there were a lot more bucks and a lot of does out cruising, because by then 99% of all the crops have been harvested, and so the deer don't have any place to hide. They have to hide in the walk-in hunting areas, and they have to be kind of in corners and river bottoms. That's the only place they can hide. And the deer bucks were rutting kind of that first week, and then last week, the second week of November, the bucks were rutting really good. 2 shooters that I've been watching showed up. Those are the ones I'm trying to get. This morning I was really close. I was within 70 yards, but I could only shoot 60, and so I had to let him walk. And then this third week, the deer are out in full force, but the second the sun comes up, you have about an hour and a half, and then they're laying down. And I haven't seen them much during the day out in the west. When I was in Idaho, I could sit out all day long, and they would kind of pop up, and I'd see them every now and then. But here it hasn't been that case. They go hole up, and then about an hour and a half before dark, they start showing up. So if you're gonna come here and stay for a couple days and hunt them, I'd find something to do in the middle of the day, unless you have private property to hunt or a tree stand. I've been out here, and then I spend about till 10 or 11 just making sure. I haven't seen anything cruising around then, and then I go home and hang out with the family for a few hours, and then about 4:30 I get back out here and check out all the action. Like I said, maybe if you got more timbered area, maybe if you're in eastern Kansas, it might be a little different, but here in the west, that's what I've experienced so far. I am archery hunting, and I haven't seen any other bow hunters at all. I understand when rifle season comes that there are a lot more people out here, but if you have any questions, let me know. I'll hunt next week as well, which will be Christmas or Thanksgiving break, and I'm pretty sure, from what I understand, that the deer will be out in full force then. And so, like I said, if you have any questions, let me know. This is some heads up advice of how to hunt southwest Kansas and what to expect.